Hello everyone, it's time for a new video, and today is going to be part 2 of my O.W.L Readathon vlogs. So this is a readathon hosted by G from the Book Roast, which is just Harry Potter themed, and it's like owls, like the exams from Harry Potter. So if you haven't seen my TBR and part 1 of my O.W.L Readathon vlogs, I'm going to have it linked down below and I'm going to pop it up on the screen. It's been so much fun so far. I made myself some like iced coffee. It's not really coffee, but I want to start off with a tiny TBR of things that I'm hoping to read in this video to keep myself accountable and more motivated to read books that I'm excited for but have been kind of hesitating about a little bit. Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which is for Ancient Runes. Also, it works for the white cover, so that is something that I need to do for my career, so I really want to read this. It's basically like an origin story of the Queen of Hearts. And I'm really scared because I think I'm gonna love this book, but obviously it's not gonna end well and it's gonna be really painful, and I'm not really good at handling painful things in books, but you know, we're gonna do it. Last but not least is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, which is a siren book where the main character was for some reason turned into a human and she has to collect hearts. And she basically has to capture this prince and take his heart to be able to be a siren again, or else she's gonna stay human forever. And the guy is a prince and he is a captain to a deadly crew of siren hunters. So it's a dark fantasy siren book and it's for the subject of defense against the dark arts, and the prompt is to read a book set at sea. And I actually love mermaids and things like that, but I've never actually really read that many books about mermaids, and I have some. This is one of them. I mean, those are sirens, not mermaids, but you know. And I really want to catch up, and so this is one that I'm so excited for, and I might read that today because it's a floppy book, which is my favorite thing ever, and it also has like 340 pages, so I think I could read it quite quickly. And I'm also feeling very I'm craving something that's set at sea, even though it's kind of not a very summer vibe because it's dark. And so without any further ado, let's go read. So I started reading To Kill a Kingdom and I'm only on page 40, so I'm not far, but I'm loving it. I'm already so interested and immersed in the story, and nothing big is happening really just yet, but it's from a dual perspective and it's first person, and I'm loving it. I'm loving both points of view, and it's just really fun and really chill, and I feel like it's not gonna be too overwhelming, and I think it's gonna be really character focused and just fun and fast-paced, which is my favorite thing, and I think I'm gonna love it, so I definitely want to keep reading tonight. Hello everyone, it's time for an update. It is Sunday and I haven't done that much reading, but I have made some progress in this book. So I'm getting close to 200 pages. I'm about right in the middle of the book and I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I've been getting a little bit impatient, and it's not that the pace is slow in the sense that it's super boring and nothing is happening. No, it's kind of at a standing point where, you know, yeah, and it's not boring, but I feel like I'm just getting a little bit impatient and I want things to be happening and I want something to change and for, you know, just more fun, crazy shit. But I am really enjoying the book. It's not really that dark. I was kind of worried that it might be a little too dark because I'm not someone who loves dark stories, but it's really cool. The characters are morally gray. They're definitely not bad people. Hello everyone, it's the next day and it's time for an update. I have pumpkin pie, which my sister made. I'm just so excited to get cozy and read my fantasy book. Hello everyone, so it's finally time for another update. I made the viral TikTok coffee with my mom and my sister. I don't actually really like coffee, but I'm trying to get used to it and I don't hate this. I don't really have that many reading updates. I'm still not finished with this book. I have been reading some other stuff a little bit, so it's fine, like I'm making progress. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself because reading's supposed to be fun. But I am having fun reading this, and I actually really don't mind taking my time with this. There's not really much I can say about this book. But I'm gonna go back to reading, and hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today, but I will read it a little bit. So, I actually didn't realize that I started a contemporary, which is, to be honest, by Maggie and Martin, and it's a YA contemporary, and the main character is fat, and she is really comfortable with her body. She loves her body, but her mom used to be fat, and she went on this contest, and she lost a ton of weight, and she's just not mentally healthy at all. And so I actually thought that this book was like a lighthearted romance, and it is not, which I'm not saying it's bad, of course. It's different than I expected, but it deals with the weight and everything in a really serious way. The main character's sister also left for college, so the main character has to, get used to dealing with everything on her own. There's also a little bit of romance brewing. I'm enjoying it, and I think I'll actually go listen to the audiobook and maybe finish that before moving on to Tequila Kingdom, because I'm really feeling like reading a contemporary right now. So this one is for the subject of Muggle studies. Hello everyone, so I have some updates. I finished reading To Be Honest by Maggie and Martin yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good book and also really important, and it could mean a lot to a lot of people, and I just thought it was really done well. And the main character kind of has a difficult situation with her parents. Her mom is struggling with an eating disorder, and she is not herself, and she does not treat Savannah, which is the main character, well. So her mom is really shitty for like a large amount of the book, so they get into arguments and things like that, which wasn't easy to read about. But again, it was like really important, and I felt like it was done well. And yes, so just a warning that yes, it deals with an eating disorder of the main character's mom, and there is quite a lot of like talk about food, and her mom also, often comments on what Savannah eats and doesn't let her eat things, and it gets really bad at some point. So just a warning if you are thinking about picking up the book. I would say it's not a romance, it's more like a coming of age story, because it does have a romance in it, but there's not that much of it. The love interest is kind of awkward and shy, which I personally absolutely love characters like that. So there wasn't that much content of like the romance and of the love story, so I kind of wish I had a little bit more. But it was really cute and I liked it. Right now I'm trying to finish reading this. I have been talking about it for days, and I would really like to finish it today. It's fine if I don't, but I'm enjoying it. I really like the characters. They're definitely morally gray, but not like bad and super evil, The pacing is a little bit weird, or I don't know if it's my fault, but it feels like it's a little bit slow. Like right now, for a while, nothing really has been happening, and I just want a little bit more action. But I have also started listening to the audiobook of Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren, and I'm really enjoying it. The audiobook is great, and the book is great. I'm not sure what challenge I'm reading that for exactly. It's basically just, a contemporary, so it's another one for the Muggle studies. Which, was that necessary? No. Should I be reading for the other challenges? Yes, but yesterday I was just kind of tired. I wanted an audiobook, and this was kind of the one that I ran into, and so I decided to listen to that. It's definitely really fun. I'm not really sure how to describe the plot. The two main characters knew each other in college, and a few years later they run into each other again, and Hazel has to move in with Josh for a little while, so that makes them spend time together and kind of become friends. And I love it because the main character, Hazel, she is super honest, and she calls herself weird, and you know, she just is fully herself, and she makes inappropriate jokes, and she just speaks her mind. She's talkative a lot, and I really love her, and I really like the dynamic between them, and I actually really like how they're becoming friends and everything. So it's a really fun one. It's probably not going to be 5 stars. And also, I looked at the reviews, and everyone that I saw said that like they really enjoyed the book and it was so much fun. But there's some kind of like a twist of something happens near the end that ruined it a little bit for everyone. I'm glad that I know so that I can be prepared, but I have no idea what it could be, so hopefully it's gonna be fine. Yesterday, I finished reading To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christou, and I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I kind of wanted a little bit more from the characters, and like I said, the pace was a tiny bit weird in some points. Like, I wanted a little bit more to happen, and I felt like the characters had so much potential, but it wasn't fully fulfilled. But it was still really fun and really cool, and I liked the vibe, and I liked how morally gray the characters were, and I really liked the ending as well. So I read this for the Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is to read a book set by the sea. It's time for an update. I'm finally in a different spot. And I finished reading, well, listening to Josh and the Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, and I enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4 stars because, like I kind of mentioned, the ending was not the best. I did not hate the ending. I would understand why people wouldn't like it, but the thing that I really didn't like was like the conflict, like the time when, you know, things need to get in between the two characters, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it was not great. But I still really enjoyed the book, and it definitely was worth it. It's just like it was so good that it's sad that the ending ruined it, you know, so it could have been a 5-star, but because of that it's not. But I still really enjoyed the book, and I'm glad I read it. I actually started reading another book last night, and that is Check Please by Nozi Ukazu. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. It's a graphic novel about a gay hockey player, and it's really cute, and I'm about 38% into that. I actually wanted to download it and read it at night because there is a challenge for astronomy to read a book while it's dark outside, and I thought, you know, a graphic novel, I'm gonna read it in like less than an hour maybe, but that did not happen. So now I'm not really reading it for a challenge because it's another contemporary, which would now be my 3rd one, but obviously I'm not just gonna stop reading it, and it's really cute. I finished reading Check Please, and the last like 20% was really super cute, and I flew through it, and basically the whole time it's just kind of about hockey, and the main character also does vlogs, so there are parts where he's just kind of narrating, and it's really cute. And so the whole time was just like hockey and baking and friendships and their interactions, and it was super chill and nice. And there were like hints of romance, but nothing ever really happened, and so I didn't know if anything would happen, and then something happened, and it was so cute, and I fangirled a little bit, and I was just like, oh my god. So I think there's a chance there will be more of the romance in the 2nd volume, which I would love to see, so I'll probably check that out soon. Hello everyone, it's time for me to end this vlog here, so please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos like this. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!